Our table felt it was really important to acknowledge that there's been lots of really fantastic work out there in the community for hundreds of years, and it was good to hear that echoed in the presentations. How would you, in the context of cuts and perhaps an increasing air of disappointment and hopelessness, build on excellence and not reinvent it?
Well, I think from my point of view, it is about those very things that many of you have already said. I mean, first of all, acknowledging that there's a track record of good work, and that's incredibly important. And I think, somebody said earlier, are there increasing opportunities to work together? And I think that's something we've really got to build on and say, actually, are there innovative ways we can think about doing this at the local level? Because collectively, we better understand what the local needs, what the local issues are, and how can we be a bit creative about that? And I think that's in everybody's interests. And actually, the end of the day, I guess Deborah said it as well in terms of we want local public services, and whether those are delivered by the council or by yourselves or somebody else, we want the highest quality we can get. And I think working together to make sure we can do that is actually the important thing.
My answer to that is that I've only got 17 months to go in this job, and what my version of building on excellence is going to be is carrying on, holding on to our mental health recommissioning. I think that's the best, biggest, most important change that I can help to bring into place for people in Bristol, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that it happens, because it's a really good example of partnership working. We've done fantastic partnership working between your sector and our sector so far on it, and I think it can lead to a load of really great services and a lot of learning and development for us for how to work together in the future. So that's the one thing I'm going to do to try and build on excellence.
I think, very much the government does recognise, big society is not new, has, voluntary community sector has been active for hundreds of years, as I said. And in fact, David Cameron said that this morning, so I'm echoing him with a... and yes, we shouldn't reinvent. That government often is criticised for reinventing the wheel, and recognise that there is an element of that. I think equally it's worth saying that the government is looking at innovative and new ways of working. You could criticise that as being reinventing the wheel when you're the constant search for innovation, but there are potentially new ways of doing things. I mean, the community organisers model is an example of that. The government is seizing a new social action model and giving it a go. The learning will come from that to see how effective that's been at developing social action in local areas. So yes, accept that we can build on existing good work, and we should definitely do that, but the government is certainly interested in new innovative ways of delivering as well.